Hello, this is RICKY, the Android Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Android Weekly / Android Q&A, where we answer all of your questions live. Today we're going to be going over the weekly news articles. Then we'll be answering your questions that were emailed to me during the week. If you have a question you would like to ask, just email me at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com and make the subject question. Then finally, we will answer your questions live in the comment section down below. So we will be going over all of this, and hopefully our connection will be better. Sorry, I have a lot of Wi-Fi devices out here, but hopefully it'll be better in a second. All right, guys, so let's go over the first article of the week. Now, the first article of the week is an interesting one. Actually, let's take this off. Is an interesting one, and that is Samsung has filed a patent for a ring-operated gear. So why that's so important is because here we are. Is because the fact that we have been, many of us have been wanting this for a while now, and it looks like it might be finally happening. I myself have owned pretty much I have owned every gear. And the one that I currently have is a curved display, which is really, really nice. But I myself do admit that, yes, I would definitely like to have a circular display. So that is what's going on with this one. You have a circular display with this. And the thing is, it looks like the ring will actually be part of the operation. So I think that's very interesting. Now, this patent was dated back in 2013, so last year. So it basically could be that maybe we might see this early this upcoming year. It's really interesting. I definitely think that it would do very well in a market where, you know, if you have the Moto 360 or you have the LG G Watch R, God, that's a horrible name. Then it's you have one of the best looking devices out there in terms of the smartwatch. So that definitely stands out. All right. And then we go to the next bit of news, which is the iPad Air Plus. So the iPad Air Plus basically has been pretty much confirmed by a Chinese site that we see it in this section right here. That yes, there will be a iPad Air Plus, and it will be a 12.9-inch display. This is bigger than even the 12.2 Galaxy Note Pro that came out last year. You can see the size difference between the two right here. It will be thinner, actually, by a millimeter in comparison, but in terms of size, it is definitely going to be a bigger device. The thing is if this is true, this is one of the worst parts about this tablet, is definitely the fact that it is still going to be a 4:3 ratio. For a productive model, I don't see how you can still make it a 4:3 ratio. It just seems like such a waste to me. In the third article, we might see the G Flex 2 at CES 2015. Now, my concern with this is why. The G Flex was a universal bomb. It failed, and there's no discussion about that. It really did fail. It was actually one of the poorest sales that LG has had. So that really did hurt it in all. Now, to be fair, one of the biggest downsides of it was a 720 by 1280 display. But I mean, just look at the difference of this curved device versus, let's say, the Note Edge. Both curved displays. However, with the Note Edge, it's gained so much popularity because of its look. And it's because the look had not only a great sleekness to it, but had an amazing function to it. It actually has been useful. And definitely it's the main device that I will be getting for my daily driver, although I do still have the Note 4, which I am certainly in love with. Now, Samsung did miss its expectations on the S5 in comparison to the same period that it had, and that is mainly due to China. It actually did sell much quicker, 4 million. it did sell more Galaxy S5s than S4s by 40% in the US. But the Chinese market was down 50% in comparison. So that's what really hurt it in the Chinese market. It lost popularity. And, you know, we've been seeing this with Samsung. That's been their main part that's hurt them, is that they haven't had success in China this past year. And that's just really cost them in their sales. In other parts of the world, they're pretty much static as what they were last year, but that has really hurt them the most. It has been China. Speaking of China, one of the main things that Samsung was bringing to China was the A series phones, which are all a metal body. However, one of the biggest things about these devices that we've been seeing is that they have not been confirmed anywhere for the US. Until now, there has been an announcement that the FCC has passed the A7. Now, for those of you who don't remember, the A7 was the best of the three, A3, A5, and A7. And with this one came a 1080p screen, 12 megapixel camera, 64-bit Snapdragon 615. So this would be one of the first ones, which means also, since it is 64-bit, it would have Android Lollipop on it. 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of storage. This is very interesting because, for one, it would be the first all-metal Samsung device to ever hit the US. But what really is, it's also one of the first 64-bit processors coming to the US from Android. And how fitting that Samsung would be the first one, of course. So I really do think this is an interesting turn of events. If this A7 does come, I am very interested in it. I would hope to get it. I didn't get to get the alpha, which I had a lot of mixed feelings about, more than just, you know, I had it for a week or so. And yeah, so that's I'm really curious, though. The A series definitely seems more appealing to me, and I would definitely be interested in it. All right, now when it comes to the questions that were emailed to me during the week, again, if you have a question, please email me at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com, and I will answer it on the next show. And if you have a question and you're watching live right now, please make sure to ask your question in the comment section down below. All right, the first question was asked by Landon. And Landon asked, Kello, could you review or talk about the Galaxy Gear Circle? Yes, so Gear Circle are these things right here. It's basically a headphone set that is made by Samsung, and the idea behind it is it's their you know, competition against LG Tones and, you know, the Motorola earbuds, all these earbuds that are circular in design that go around your neck and have 2 headphones. I am reviewing them. I don't want to reveal it yet. The unboxing should be up hopefully before Tuesday, and yes, then we shall have the review possibly by next week. But yeah, I'm really trying them out right now. So far, I do like some of the functionality that these have, although the functionality is more in line with a Samsung device than if you just have it for any other device. So these are Bluetooth headphones, so they work with anything, but they, of course, the way Samsung is that they always work better with Samsung. So we'll go over that. Just like the Level headphones had more functionality if you worked them with Samsung than if you had them with any other device. All right, Keenan asked, got the iPhone 5S last Christmas. I found it very boring because I can't customize. The quality of the screen isn't good enough for me. Looking for a bigger phone, I was thinking of getting the Galaxy Note 4. I like the screen quality and the multitasking and the customization. Should I purchase it? Yes, Keenan, by far, in my opinion, and this isn't like close at all, by far the best phablet on the market is the Note 4. Period. The Nexus 6, I'm sorry, does not hold a candle to it. Can it do split screen? Can it do one-handed operation? No. So it doesn't make a good phablet. Sorry, I can't. Making a big phone doesn't make a phablet, in my opinion. You need to actually utilize the big phone. Things like the S Pen, things like split screen capability, things like one-handed operation. I can't use a phone that big if I don't have those kind of features. For that reason, the Note 4 definitely is the best big screen phone, hands down. There's been many imitators. The iPhone 6 Plus has been the successor that has been now in second place, and very easily second place, but everything else falls far behind. In terms of sales and in terms of quality, definitely the Note 4 is where it's at. All right, Matthew asks, do you ever see Android Wear or Apple Watch getting the ability to make or receive phone calls? I've heard several people say they find that feature very useful. I'm one of them. One of the main reasons why I love the Gear series instead of the Android Wear series is because I got used to picking up my phone calls on here. And I've had every single Android Wear device. Actually, not for the Asus. I haven't had that one yet, and I'm getting the Gear Circle, or sorry, Gear Watch R, or not the Gear Watch R, the LG G Watch R. But so yes, I find it very annoying that Android Wear cannot yet do that. I don't see why it can't do that. That perturbs me. I really don't understand, why can't you? You have the microphone, you have the speaker. Why can't you do it? And that's one of my biggest things. I don't see the point of not being able to do it. I do think it will come with an update. So I do think you'll be able to receive or take phone calls on the Android Wear. And you actually can do this on the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch will have the ability to take and receive phone calls, just like the Galaxy Gears have been able to since day one. Now, will they be standalone devices? That I do not see for the next year. I believe in either by this time, 2015, it's a possibility, or by 2016, you will see Android Wear devices and Apple Watch as standalone devices. I do think that will eventually happen, just because the call forwarding capability of this Gear S is amazing, and I think that's the evolution of a smartwatch. And I think that'll eventually happen. Again, more so just because of the fact that the call forwarding, like, I can literally leave my Note 4 at home, go to a supermarket, go to the gas station, go to the gym, and have this, and I get everything forwarded. And that is just such a great peace of mind. All right, Christopher, hey, you are one of my #1 fans out there. I hate the Nexus 9, took it back, absolutely, I hate it too. I am so disappointed with the Nexus 9, I'm right there with you. I have been reading the Nexus 10 works even better on Lollipop Android 5.0. Have you put it on the Nexus 10? If so, what do you think? Should I get a Nexus 10 because now it's better than Nexus 9? So, Christopher, since I saw this, I was like, hey, I haven't updated my Nexus 10. I'm actually probably going to sell my Nexus 10. I just haven't used it for a while, and I have another 10-inch tablet that I can use for basic media consumption, which is all I use my Nexus 10 for, and my daily driver is the Galaxy Tab S. It is by far my favorite tablet currently out on that size. So if you ask me which one's the best one, that is my best one. However, if you want more of a stock experience, I did install it on here. So, you have the you have all of the features that the Android Lollipop has. But I see I see some of the same problems that I had with just Lollipop in general. One of the biggest things is if I open a couple of apps, one of my biggest annoyances is easily that there is no close all button. I need a close all button when I open multiple tabs. That's just insane that I don't have one. And that's with Android Lollipop, so that's not going away until it gets the update. And oh god, does that need to be updated? So that is one of the biggest things. I just think Android Lollipop needs to brush up on that, and then I'll be happy. But does it work better? Well, there's certain features that I even liked in the Nexus 9. This one doesn't have the double tap feature. You still have to turn the power on from here. Does it run fast? Yeah, it runs fast. I mean, it runs very smoothly. It doesn't have that white background, which I like better, like this, or transparent. So yeah, it does run much better. This is true. And if you do want a stock experience, it's not a bad thing at all for it. But yes, those are going to be the differences, I would say. All right. Keenan asks, how do you afford all of these phones and what plan are you on? Oh my God. Can you imagine if I had all these devices active? That would be insane. I have like 3 phones back there right now. Yeah, no, I don't have them all active. First of all, let's clear that up right now. I do not have them all active. I switch on and off. I have 2 lines. One is actually for my personal, which is the one that I activate everything with normally, and one's for my work that, you know, I might take the SIM card out and put it in just to review an item and get the feel of the battery life and everything. But no, I have 2 providers. The one I use for work is T-Mobile, and the one I use for my personal is Verizon. I still have Verizon Unlimited, which is definitely rare nowadays. And until Verizon screws me over on my unlimited plan, I will continue to keep their unlimited. As soon as they do, I'm honestly going to T-Mobile. The reason why it's between those 2 for me is because I need unlimited data. And when I compare the coverage of the only 2 carriers that do unlimited data, Sprint and T-Mobile, my opinion is T-Mobile. And that's my opinion, but it seems to be most of the nation's opinion too, the way T-Mobile has gone up. All right, guys, let's go over the weekly, that was the weekly question. So now we're on to the live questions down below. All right, let's see what you guys have been asking, and there is a lot here. All right, Kayuat, 1976. Can you use a GIF image as a wallpaper for a lock screen or home screen on the Note 4? How? I haven't really tried to. I don't see why. It would probably be a live wallpaper. Really, a GIF isn't too far off from a live wallpaper to begin with. So there is probably some app for that. I just haven't tried. I will try to look up while I look at the next question. Yeah, I need to know what tempered glass is best. All I know, not Zag. You know, I have my girlfriend actually uses Zag. I don't think it's that bad. But Bodyguards, I believe it's called, is a pretty good one. And then there's another, Tech 21 is the one that T-Mobile carries. These are all just carried by different carriers. Like Zag is generally carried by Verizon and Sprint. Obviously in store, like at Best Buy, almost all of them are carried. But Tech 21 is T-Mobile, and then AT&T is Body Gloves. I know Body Gloves Note 4 one does not cover it all for some reason. I don't know if they fixed that, but I know even the AT&T guy, one of my AT&T guys told me, he was like, yeah, I wouldn't get it for the Note 4. It just doesn't fit. Like they didn't cut it right or something. Maybe they didn't know the right dimensions or something, but it doesn't cover it all. So yeah, those are the different ones. Drag Racing Ninja. Eve Hill, what's up, Rick? I just ordered my Note 4. What SD card would you recommend? What tempered glass protector is the best? So yeah, that was so for Note 4. I like the Tech 21 from T-Mobile. I haven't asked them about it, but I haven't heard anything bad. Whereas again, the Body Gloves one, I did hear bad things. So yes, that would be that. And then let me see. Sorry, I just remembered I wanted to look that up for GIF wallpaper. So yeah, just look actually GIF wallpaper, and there's a bunch to do it. Again, I haven't done this, but it seems simple enough. You just take a GIF and you make it a live wallpaper, and the concept seems easy, but I just haven't done it myself. Hey Ricky, when do you think the Note oh, sorry, it moved up. Oh, the SD card I would recommend. I recommend either the Samsung ones. I found very good, and you don't need the high-end one. The Evo one is fine. You don't need the Pro one or anything like that. That one or SanDisk. SanDisk one, this is a regular SD card, but the same kind, Ultra. You do need a high-speed one, though. So as long as it's about 40 megabits, you're fine. But you do need a high-speed one for the Note 4. iPhone sales are cheap around the world. Yes, we know. iPhone people only buy iPhones because it's an iPhone, not because of what it can do. And that makes me laugh about sheep. Yes, I agree. What keyboard do you recommend and will interface with the S Pen functions? So my favorite keyboard, as most people know, one of the must-have apps for Android. I really need to do another one of those videos. I haven't done that for a while. One of the must-have apps for Android is definitely SwiftKey. SwiftKey is the best keyboard, in my opinion, by far. And will it work with the S Pen functions? Well, any place on the Note 4 that you hover over the pen with, you actually gain a part. So this is my SwiftKey keyboard right there. And if I just hover over right here, that little blue circle you see right there, when I tap it, I can now write and it'll convert to text. So that will work on any app, no matter what keyboard you have. So yes, it does work with the Note 4. All right. Samsung doesn't have a low customer base. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. SwiftKey by far, absolutely, Eve Hill, SwiftKey is the best. So I heard you cannot surf the web and talk on the Note 4. True. Eve Hill, it actually depends on which carrier you have. The only one I believe you can surf the web and talk on the Note 4 is Sprint. I don't believe Sprint has that capability. I believe everyone else does. I know I can on T-Mobile. I've done that on T-Mobile. And I've done it with the Note 3 on Verizon. I'm waiting for my Note Edge for Verizon, so then I'll confirm it for there. But I know you definitely can on T-Mobile. I think it's just carrier. If I were to get the Gear Solo, which carrier is good to have it on? I have a phone line with AT&T and I have a mobile hotspot line with T-Mobile. What do you think? I don't think you can get it with T-Mobile unless you have a phone line on T-Mobile. With AT&T is your best bet. That's why I have my Gear S with. AT&T will be $10 more a month on your plan, and you just buy the Gear S outright, and it's $10 more a month, and that's it. And it shares your data, which, by the way, the Gear S uses almost no data. I was so afraid of how little certain plans offered with the Gear S. They weren't shared plans, and yeah, I mean I use less than 500 megabytes every month. So yeah, I think the Gear S, you need the least amount of data as possible. It's fine. And AT&T will light at it for $10. That's what I would do it with. I think it's good. We don't have brainless people. Hey, Ricky, do you think the Note Pro will get refreshed? I'm waiting because I want the stylus with a big screen, and I want better build quality. I do see it getting a refresh. Well, I don't know. Actually, the Note Pro, I'm not sure about. I do believe at CES there will be a Note 10.1 2015 edition, if they still call it that ridiculous name. I think they should just call it the Note Pro 10.1 or Note 10.5 maybe Pro or something like that. I don't know. But I definitely think we're getting that. I just don't know if we're getting a Pro series. I do believe if it will come out, it will be announced at CES. I think that's what Samsung will do at CES. I see them doing that at CES more than anything else is their tablet line for refresh. Eve Hill, SanDisk Extreme, yeah, perfect. I don't see you needing the Extreme Plus, to be honest. Again, Ultra is fine, but yes, if you do need 4K recording, then get the Extreme. But if you don't need 4K recording, you do not need Extreme. I have Zag right now. My problem is that they drop my phone one time, tempered glass cracks. My screen doesn't, but I think it shouldn't break as easily. You pay a lot, you get a Yes, Chronos, Samsung is on sale. Actually, that's what I got this for. I got it on Black Friday for that inexpensive price. I see. Yeah, that is a very bad experience. For the Zag glass screen protector. Will any other? I don't know of any other tempered glass one that really covers breaking though. Zag does, but does any of the other ones do? That's the one thing I would say. Drag Racing Ninja that I don't know if any of the other ones would cover it the same way. All right, guys. Don't think there's any other questions. Let me refresh this one more time. But if not, we will call that a show. Thank you guys as always for checking in and seeing how all of these things have been going down. I know it's been a lot of craziness and still trying to keep up with everything. There will be another giveaway probably within the next 2 weeks, maybe even 2 giveaways in the next 3. There will be 2 giveaways in the next 3 weeks. So we'll be doing some giveaways for you guys. Hopefully you guys will enjoy them. And if you guys have any questions, always feel free to ask. Please give a like, thumbs up down below at the end of this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.